Hey everybody, and welcome to the real United States. We are here again in Yale, Michigan, this small little town of about 2,000 people in the center of what is called Michigan's Thumb. It's a little rural agricultural community, and we are here for this summer's annual Bologna Festival. Now, yeah, this isn't a joke. The Bologna Festival is held each year. This is the 28th annual Bologna Festival here in Yale. Now, why Bologna? Well, the fact of the matter is that about 2.5 decades or so, 3 decades ago, a company was started here called Siren Sons, and they are a commercial meat packing house. They do a lot of cold cuts and are especially known for the Yale brand bologna, which is sold all over the Midwest. Obviously, it's mostly popular here in Michigan, but it's a very, very popular brand. Very good product. I've had it myself. Beverly, I enjoy it. So they started hosting the Bologna Festival every summer, and it has grown and grown and grown, and some 20,000 people converge on this little town of about 2,000 for 3 days every July for all things bologna. Now, there are going to be a series of events. We're going to try and take in a few of those and share some of the highlights of this year's Bologna Festival. But this is a big deal in a rural community, folks. And it's the sort of thing you'll see in a lot of small communities across the United States. You're going to see watermelon festivals and strawberry festivals and corn festivals and garlic festivals and all kinds of things across the United States where there's this particular agricultural product that area is known for, and in this case, in Yale, it's bologna. So I don't know what festivities we're really going to get to take in for you. There's a Bologna Toss, there's parades, and there's a lot of kids activities. It's a very nice thing. I understand that people actually plan this trip a year in advance. They come here from all over. We saw license plates from as far away as Alaska, I kid you not. So we're going to try and take it in. I hope you enjoy this year's Yale Bologna Festival. So come along and let's see what they have to offer. So amongst the festivities here at the Yale Bologna Festival, there are various vendors and there are craftsmen here. We have Cody's Carvings, and Cody carves with a chainsaw out of solid logs. He's got this beautiful work here. These bears, a lot of bears. You like bears, Cody? And an eagle. And this is something that he does and then sells these works of art here at festivals like this. And he's actually been doing some live demonstrations right here on the street as people come along. So there's a whole variety of activities going on here. Go ahead, Cody. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I just like working outdoors, and I like wildlife and stuff, and that's what got me started. And so I love to work with wood and stuff, so that's why I started chainsaw carving and a little bit of practice, and that's where I am today. So
now, do you do this as your full-time avocation, or
no? It's just a hobby to cover my other hobby, which is hunting. So
very popular here in Michigan, people. Hunting, fishing, very popular sports. Obviously, a lot of rural area, a lot of lakes. So we're big into that here in Michigan. Yep. Well, it's beautiful work, Cody.
Thank you.
Really great work. And you can visit him on Facebook. Right here it says at Cody's Carvings. So anybody that's interested, go ahead and follow him on Facebook. So how seriously do small towns take these festivals? Well, I am standing literally in the middle of the road, which is the main drag that runs north-south through Yale. Big deal, right? No, it is a big deal because this is actually a state highway. This is State Highway 19 that runs through Yale. And they actually have gotten the permitting and the permission and whatnot to close off a state highway for 3 days. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal for these small communities that have these festivals in the summertime.
6 and under, Bologna Festival Hula Hoop Contest.
For those of you who think the world just ended, the fact of the matter is it's 12 noon, and in many small towns here in the United States, little tiny burgs like this, they run the volunteer fire department's fire alarm siren at 12, and some towns at 12 and at 6 p.m. So we're not in the middle of a crisis, folks. It's just noon. So in addition to the crafters, they're up on the main street on Highway 19. They've also closed off one of the side streets here in town, and they have a craft fair going at the end of this street. And as you pan around, you can see there's various different crafts and things that people make or bring in to sell. Again, it's a typical sort of thing you're gonna find in small town Americana. There's jewelry and there's pillows and there's all kinds of little crafts that people make, and they sell during the summer months at these festivals and fairs. It's charming. Now, in a lot of these small town festivals across the United States, organizations take advantage of those opportunities to go ahead and raise funds for their organization. And here we have the Lions Club International. Now, the Lions Club, many of you are probably very familiar with, they raise funds to train leader dogs for the blind. Huge, huge organization, does a lot of good in the world, international organization, and very popular. They have a big chapter here in the Yale area. So they do a lot of fundraisers, and of course they take advantage every year of this. And this is something that my brother-in-law, Charles Fleming, Charlie, was heavily involved in. Every year he would come down here, and you want to pan around, you'll see these fellows over here scrubbing potatoes. Now this is what Charlie would do. He would come and he would sit here for 3 solid days scrubbing potatoes so the Lions Club International could go ahead and make French fries from scratch to sell to raise funds for the organization. Charlie passed away a couple of years ago. We miss him dearly, but the organization still goes on. They're still doing great work here and across America and around the world. Okay, so I said this was the Yale Bologna Festival, and obviously no Bologna Festival is complete without bologna. And you can see here in this giant tent that they are grilling away all kinds of different bologna and sausages, hot dogs. And you'll notice it's not the typical bologna you might see in a store. You can see the little particulates of fat. It's a very coarsely ground bologna, beautiful stuff. And they ain't slicing it too thin either. They're making a nice healthy bologna sandwich for everybody. And it's just noon now, so everybody is just starting to filter into the tent. And I wish you could smell this. I wish we had smell-o-vision because this is beautiful, beautiful stuff.
And it's good to eat too.
We're gonna find that out in a little bit, and I'll be back with you with my bologna sandwich. How you doing?
Hi, good. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. We would like 2 of the bologna sandwiches
Okay.
and 1 bottle of water.
1 water.
Okay, you take credit cards.
No,
Okay,
cash only, and it's
Okay.
$9.
that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna see what a $4 bologna sandwich is like. And again, you saw earlier they were grilling these on a gas grill and served on a hamburger bun. Well, it's kind of stuck to the bun there, you can see, but it's a nice piece of grilled bologna, about a 1/4 of an inch thick. They don't make them quite as thick as I understand they used to. I've seen pictures of them in the past where they were about 3/4 of an inch, but maybe that was too hard to grill, I don't know. But let's see what Yale bologna grilled is like. Pretty good. Again, it's a much coarser ground bologna than much of the bologna that you have here in the United States. It's more akin to the consistency of a salami. So that makes it a little unique because I've never seen another bologna that was ground to that kind of consistency. But it's pretty good. It's got a little more flavor, a little more beef taste to it than I had expected. Now I do know that they use something like 70 or 80% pork, and the remainder is beef. But that is a very, very nice bologna. Like I say, consistency-wise, mouthfeel, probably closer to a salami, but definitely that is a bologna, and that's very, very good. And I like that it's got the char on it from being grilled. So yeah, I guess that's a $4 bologna sandwich. Certainly after having been in the Washington, D.C. area for so long where food is, quite pricey. So that might be expensive in Yale, but not in the eastern United States. So yeah, Very good. Okay, now we're getting ready for one of the real highlights of the Yale Bologna Festival here, and that is the Bologna Toss. Now what there's going to be is there are going to be contestants in various age groups that are going to toss a ring bologna down State Road 19, I swear to God, and then they're going to measure whoever gets it straight down the road the farthest is going to be the winner. So hang on, because we're getting ready for the bologna toss. So I guess they're going to throw this like a softball underhanded this year. Now, Bev, can you zoom in? And you can see they've all been issued a ring of bologna.
We're going to have Cooper Sokaz come up first.
And they've got a
Cooper is 10 years old.
Measuring device.
Let's get out of his way and let him roll. They have to throw it underhand this year.
So now they're going to measure off the distance that this young man has thrown his ring of bologna.
All right, we're going to get a measurement for Cooper.
67.
67 feet. Good throw, Cooper.
Not quite sure how the audio is going to work out on this, folks, because I've got these loudspeakers right above me, and I'm trying to balance our audio and
Hannah Taylor. Hannah's 11 years old.
Get on the other side of me.
Oh, we got a good roll on that one. The top three in each bracket have to come back tonight for the finals during the Outhouse Races, just so you guys know. And Mike also told them if they could throw it all the way down to the police officer at the end, he would catch it for them. All right, Cody, 10 years old. She got a slider. I need Tommy up here. Tommy's 10 years old. Come on, Tommy, whenever you're ready. Oh, it's got a roll on it.
now if you can see this gentleman here pointing the camera at it, and some of his colleagues are just standing up here, that tells you something about that this really is a relatively big deal, because small town big deal is actually here filming this event at the same time that we're here filming it. I'm not familiar with their show.
87 feet for Tommy.
But I'm going to have to look them up because, well, they're the competition.
That puts Tommy in first place for now. Next up, Dylan Cachola. Get the roll. He got the roll. Nice throw, Dylan. Maybe you should have threw the ring that was on your hat, Dylan. Hunter's 12 years old. Look at that roll. Look at that roll. Still going. Hunter, you almost got the police officer. Police officer says, good throw.
I present the King of Bologna for 2016, Richie Brown. Big Jeff, 2016, Youth Band Adult. Queen Angie will assist in the crowning of the new queen. Of Bologna without a Prince and Princess hot dog. Now, royal crowns, I present to you Prince hot dog, Cat Kids. And also I'd like to present to you Princess hot dog, Cat Curtis. Meet their subjects and prepare for the review of the Royal Outhouse Race. Go forth and rule your kingdom. Thank you, everyone.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So if you thought the King of Bologna was in Washington, D.C., you're wrong. He's here, as are all the royal weenies. And there you have it, the 2016 Royal Court for the Bologna Festival here in Yale, Michigan. Okay, folks, this is the highlight of a day of waiting here at the Yale Bologna Festival. These are the 2016 Outhouse Races. Now, for those of you watching this overseas who maybe aren't familiar with what an outhouse is, you may want to look that up. The outhouse, the precursor, the early colonial period bathroom or toilet. And what they've done is they have replicas, sort of 3/4 scale replicas of an outhouse that are built on these tricycle gear sort of affairs, 3 wheels, and there's a bar across the back, and then 4 people will push this down the street, and they're going to race against one another. And believe it or not, yes, there is going to be a person inside of the outhouse while they're doing this. You see they've each got sponsors to go ahead and help them to get the materials and everything together to build these, and everybody has shown up for this event. It's a very popular thing. Down at the end of the street, they've got a bunch of bales of straw. You can't really see them, but there's bales of straw in case somebody doesn't make the turn at the end, because they have to run down, pushing this thing, do a quick turnaround, and come back. So if they miss that, they're going to crash into those bales of straw. And you can see the Bologna King, is the newly crowned Bologna King, is out here for the festivities. And so we're going to try and catch as much of this as we can. Very, very crowded, but we're going to do the best we can.
It's going to come to Victory Steve's down a little bit. Trinity Michigan Church makes a turn. Victory Steve makes a turn. It's going to come down to a final push. It's going to be Trinity Michigan Church in the final. Outhouse down, outhouse down. off to a good start. Here they go forward a little bit. It's going to be Yale Collins to the turn. They made a reverse turn to pull off. They're coming down the runway. Yale Outhouse pushing hard trying to catch up. It's going to be Yale Collins across the line.
So I'd like to thank you for joining us here in the real United States at the Yale Bologna Festival in downtown Yale, Michigan, here standing in the middle of Highway M19. I hope you've enjoyed your visit here. I hope you've learned some things. If you got questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. I love hearing from all of you. I try to get back to everybody I can. If you haven't already, I encourage you to pick subscribe. Come along for the adventure. We love having everybody with us. And as always, thank you for watching.